What is going on, everyone? Becca here with a brand new visual novel development stream. And in this stream, we're going to be continuing off where we left off last time, and also we're gonna be doing some bot work. And now, also another thing we're probably gonna be working on is that I'm gonna work on the backlog for the visual novel, because before I started this stream, I did some, like, I was looking through my GUI and I noticed that I haven't programmed a backlog yet. Now, what I mean by backlog is, like, basically like a summary of what the of all the, like, the dialogue that's been displayed in the game thus far. Renfrey has one already built for you, but how it's currently set up, it doesn't look good. Like, it doesn't show anything. So I'm gonna try and fix that in this stream. But first off, we're gonna work on that sprite we made last time. So we're gonna open up Renfrey. Let me bring it over, and also let me bring up the chat so I can see if anyone's commenting. And as always, we have a PayPal for our donation pool. I will be making a Patreon once we finish with this scene. But for now, we have this Patreon. I mean, PayPal that you can donate to it if you want to help out. Oh, no, I don't want to go there. I want to go to Renfrey. Okay, and we're gonna open up script, and let me bring up the reference. Okay, so what we're gonna do is that we're gonna create our own custom character position. And so to do that, we need an init. So I'm surprised that there isn't already an init, because I was pretty sure that there would be one already, but I guess not. Okay, so I guess I'll put it right here. Init. And I'm gonna call it screen underscore left. Position equals. Now let's take a look at the mom one, which I made my own custom position for her. Okay. So X align for 0.5 is the complete center, and then X align 0.85 was X position 0.85 was all the way to the right. So what I want to do is do that same thing, but in the opposite direction. So let's do position. And X position. Let's try 0.1. And then for Y position. Oops. We're going to do the same position. 1.0. And so let's make a little bit of a space. And then go down to, and we're going to do show dad 1 at green underscore left with dissolve. Okay. And that should do it. So now let's test it out. Alright, so everything seems to be working so far. Yep, it works. Now I'm not too happy about his position, so I'm gonna move him a little bit more, but because I want him to have like the same like padding on the right. But it looks pretty good. Yeah. All right. So I just need to change the code a little bit. Okay. And so let's look at the code. So let's change it to 0.2. Now that's the thing with Renphi. You have to pretty much guess what the exact position is that you're looking for. But it's not that bad. All right. Okay, that's a little bit too much. So we need a halfway in between that. So 0.15. That should do it. So that's in the middle of 0.1 and 0.2. Now, as I mentioned, I don't have a backlog currently, and so I'm gonna have to do some work with that. But I need to look up the actual code that I need to do, because I can't remember the exact syntax for creating a backlog. Okay, that's a little bit better, but it's not perfectly where I want it to be. I want it to be in the same distance, and it's not the same distance right now. As you can see, this right here has more space between here, and I want that to be the same. So let's increase it a little bit more. 1.7. Oh, I actually just remembered that I never posted the link to anywhere. So let me just do that really quick. Positions in Renpy. Okay. And now the Discord links. Where is videos? There it is. Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. I completely forgot to do that. Perfect. I'm really happy with that. I mean, it obviously wasn't silent. I could clearly tell the woman, my mother, and her man were conversing, but I had little to no care about what they were saying in the first place. I muted their presence from the room was practically silent to me, but the hunger was getting to me though. Okay, so next I'm gonna have to create the sister character, which is gonna be a little bit tricky because I've never made a a child character in VRoid before. Okay, and this is a good point for me to show that what I mean by my backlog doesn't currently have anything. As you can see, my backlog doesn't have anything, which I need to fix. All right. Now, I may have to save this for a different stream because I need to actually research what the actual code is that I need to do for this. Okay, so let's see. All right. Yeah, it looks like I think I'm gonna have to save this for. Uh, okay, so I think I may have found the. Okay. So let's take a look at this. This is a a RenPy like code that I found that looks like it's gonna looks like what it is what I'm trying to find, but we're gonna take a look at it. I'm gonna bring it over here so I can take a look at it first before showing it, actually. All right. This looks good, but I'm gonna save this for a different stream because I'm gonna need to like actually do research into this before I like actually implement it. And so I think what we're gonna do instead is I'm gonna work on the bot now, because rather than going into this whole thing about making another sprite, I want to do something different, change it up. So what we're gonna do is, first off, I need to bring up my bot because I need my bot as a reference for this, for what we're gonna do next. We bring it over here so it opens over here. Okay. Alright, so let me see. So I'm going to copy all of this. I'll make a new text document. Paste that in there. Okay. I'll make another one. This is just my little notes. This is how I actually make my Python videos, actually. Yeah, I just use my bot as a reference. I use... Okay. Alright. So now that that's done, we can open up the other bot. Let me bring these over here. That's the first one I need. All right. Open up the test bot. And I didn't close it in time, so I need to do it again. And of course I didn't close it in time again. Alright, third time's the charm. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so So what we have right now, if we look at our Python files, we have an embed links, we have the youtube.py, and as you can see, everything is not really organized at all. Everything is in one file, and the embed links essentially just holds the links. Now this works just fine, but it's not really practical. So what we're gonna do instead is that we're gonna move everything, all the code, to its own like little Python file, and we're gonna set it up so that the bot only needs to run this code, which is gonna be a lot shorter, and it essentially just searches for a particular Python file. And how we're gonna do that is by what's called cogs. Now, I've mentioned cogs in the past, and I figured that cogs are a big topic, so I figured I would devote this stream to doing it. And so that's what we're going to be doing. Alright. So cogs are a little bit tricky because they require a couple of things. Firstly, they require the actual cog folder. Second, they require an extension. And third, they require what are called listeners and stuff. And you need to know, like, and you need a something in order to make it work. But we're gonna add that in now. So first off, we need to add in this extra thing that I mentioned. Well, it's actually two import statements that we need. So let me check right here. All right, so I already have JSON, which is one of the ones that we need. Well, no, I don't think we need JSON, but I'll keep it anyway. But first off, let's go ahead and make a folder. Alright, it's this one right here. We're going to create a new directory, and we're going to call it cogs. And so every particular command, we're going to group them according to the type of command, and we're going to put them in its own Python file. But for now, we're going to work on this one right here. So first off, we need a couple of things. Let's see. JSON. We need import discord.utils, and we need import OS. Okay. So as I mentioned, cogs works by extensions, and to do that, well, we need two to make the cogs work. We need two particular extension commands. We need what's called a load command and an unload command. Now, this isn't really like necessary right here. Well, what I'm about to do right here isn't really necessary, but I would consider it best practice, because what this does is that it only makes it so that only you can load and unload your cogs. What I mean by load and unload, it means that basically it means you can turn them on and turn them off. I think I'm not 100% sure on what the load and unload command actually does, but it's something that you need. So what we're gonna do is that first off, I'm gonna go to my server, which I made private. If you've been following me, you'll know that I made it private. And we're gonna go down to copy ID, which is my username. So I right clicked. Oh wait, you can't see it. I'm in my server, and we're gonna right click, and we're gonna go to copy ID on my username. And so we're gonna create a variable called bot admins. Well, in my bot, I named it bot admins, but I'm just gonna call it bot admin because there's only one person that's gonna be in this, and that's gonna be me. And we're gonna create a list, which is only gonna be one thing, and we're gonna just copy and paste. And so let me just verify it's the same number. Okay. Yeah, same thing. Okay. All right, and so next we need a new command. So at client.command, and so there's going to be an async def, and we're going to call it load, and it's going to be a ctx, and we're going to use extension. And we're gonna do if excuse me, ctx.message author ID .id is in bot admin. We're gonna do client dot load extension, and it's gonna be an f string. I'm gonna do cogs dot curly braces extension. Okay. Now I'm not 100% sure on what the meaning behind it is. Just know that this is what you need. Well, what this is gonna do is that it's gonna allow you to load your cogs with and make it so that only you can load the cogs and not anyone else. So it's security. So it makes the command secure. Let me do this over a bit. Okay. All right, and so now we need the unload command. So at client dot command, it's going to be async def unload ctx extension. And it's basically going to be the same thing. If ctx dot message dot author dot id in bot admin client dot unload extension f string cogs dot curly braces extension. Okay, and there's our load and unload command. Okay, and so now we're going to scroll down to the bottom. I think that's all we need. Yeah, okay. And so we're going to scroll down to the bottom. And we're definitely going to fix a lot of this. And so right here in between our background task, we're going to create a new background task for file name in os.list directory, or well, it's called listdir, but it's short for directory. In single quotations, we're going to do ./cogs. And then if file name dot ends with .py. So we're gonna check if this is a Python file. We're only gonna load. We're only gonna do this if it's a Python file. Client dot load extension, and that's why we needed to create the load extension, because this allows us to connect it. F string cogs dot curly brace file name brackets, it's gonna be colon -3. So we're taking off 3 of them. I know it's pretty confusing, but this is what we need. Okay, and so basically what we need for our setup for the bot. But now what we need to do is we need to move all of this code into its own separate Python files, and then work with each one of them. So let's take a look at the commands that we have. We have an on ready, which we need to keep, so we'll keep that. An on member join. You know what? I'm gonna move these to like a general, like what script. So we're gonna go into cogs. We're gonna create a new Python file. I'm gonna call it general. And so this one's a little bit different. The general setup for this is pretty much the same, but it's a little bit different. So we need a couple of import statements. So import Discord, because if none of this will work if Discord isn't imported, then from Discord extension import commands, And then we're gonna import embed images so that we can use, well, no, we don't need it for this one. We'll need it for the other one, but not for this one specifically. And you know what? To make things easier, I'm just gonna go over to the other one itself. Let me see if I could do it. Just open it. No, it'll only let me have one open. So I'm gonna have to temporarily close this really quick. Move this over here because I want to just have the actual, yeah, this is the one I want to work with. No, that's not the one. Oh yeah, this is the one I wanted to work with. Okay. So there we go. Okay. So now let's go back to our code. Sorry about that. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now for this part, we're gonna we're gonna begin with a new topic, which is that we need to create what's called a class. Now, if you're familiar with what's it called, object-oriented programming, then you'll know what a class is. Classes are not that bad. This is how Python works. It organizes everything into classes. We haven't been working with classes right up until now. We've been doing a very procedural approach, but now we're going to be doing some class. We're going to be working in classes now. Well, not always going to be working in classes. It's just for this particular part where we need to work in a class. So we need to create a class. We'll call it, you know what, I'm going to rename this actually. If I could find rename. Yeah, I'm going to just delete it. Okay, and so new Python file, and I'm just gonna call it events instead, because that seems more appropriate. So import Discord, and from discord.extensions import commands. Oh, and another thing I forgot to mention. I've noticed that not a lot of people watch the streams, mainly because they're probably at the time that I do these streams, as well as they tend to be a bit long for some people. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be after each stream, I'm gonna break up the archive video into its own separate little segments, and upload those as small bits and small videos for people who can't be a part of the stream. So you can expect 2 videos tomorrow, I guess, if I can squeeze out two videos, that is. but yeah, you should pretty much expect 2 new videos after the day of the stream. Okay, so as I said before, we're gonna be working in classes. So class, and this is very important. Your class has to be the the name of your Python file. So I named my Python file events. So it's going to be class events. And we're going to do, for our parameters, commands dot capital cog. And then we're going to do def underscore space underscore underscore init, and you can see it automatically does most of the code that we need to do automatically. But we need something else, comma, and the name of whatever we called the bot. Remember, we named it client, so we need to name this one, put client in here, because that's what this code is going to refer to. And we're going to do self dot client equals client. Okay, and so now for our events, for creating events, it's going to be a little bit different than creating normal commands, and we need what's called a cog listener, but everything else is pretty much going to be the same. So at commands dot cog dot listener. Then we're going to do async def on ready and we're going to do self. Well, you can see it automatically does it for you. And we're going to print I am ready. And if you remember, this is literally our on ready function. So if we go to over here, you can see it's the same exact thing, but instead of event, we did cogs.listener. Looks weird, but I guess that's fine. Okay. So we actually don't need this anymore because it's in a cog now. So now we can move on to the next one. So same thing. At commands.cog .listener. So async def on member join. Oops, I already did it. Self member. So basically, for the cog commands, it's automatically going to create the self function, but you're essentially just adding in the parameters that your command already had. So it's very simple. So for channel in member .guild. Remember, for rewrite, it's no longer server. It's guild. .channels then if the string, if the string is in of the channel equals general, which means this will only launch if the channel is called general. So I always just leave my server named general. My general channel just named general. So you can put here whatever you want, but that's how I always leave it. Then we're gonna await channel dot send f string it's actually a quotation marks. I'm gonna do a little message. Welcome to the curly brace member dot guild dot name. Discord server. Member dot mention. Okay. So we need one more. Commands. Oh wait, before I forget, make sure to delete the command, because we don't need it anymore. So, and it's going to cause problems if you have two of the same command. At commands.cog .listener async def on member remove. Now you may notice how I'm not copy and pasting this over. The reason is because I feel that it's better if I just type it out, because then this is a tutorial stream. But if I was just making this myself, I would just copy and paste this over, because it's literally the same thing that we already typed. For channel in member dot guild dot channels if stream channel equals general, await channel dot send. No, it's a quotation marks. I don't know why I keep doing that. Curly brace member dot name. Oops, wrong thing. Member dot name has left the server. Okay, so we need, and so that's gonna be the end of our class. And so we need one more thing. We need what's called the setup function. So we need to come out of the class. So now that we're out of the class, we're just gonna do def setup. Oh, and before I forget, don't forget to delete the command. Client, which is the name of the bot, and we're going to do client dot add underscore cog events client. Okay, and that's gonna do it. So this should work just fine. All right. So let's now, before we run it, I think I should actually put together the other one, which I'm for my waifu command. I have it set up as I'm only using fake characters. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna work with a fake cog. And I'm just gonna call it fake. And just like last time, I need to bring up the reference. That's the thing I don't like about PyCharm, is that you can only have one PyCharm open at a time. And I'm actually going to create a second one as well, because I mainly want to test out the waifu command. Okay. Okay. All right. So now let's reopen the rbot. Okay, so now we're working on the fake command. So just like before, import Discord, then from discord.exe import commands, and we're gonna, I don't know why I did that. Because I'm not using it. Well, I am using random, so I'll also do random, import random. I don't think I need. Oh, I see why. And so I need the script images, embed links, actually. There we go. All right, and so just like last time, class fate command dot cog def underscore init, and we need to make the comma and add the name of our bot, which is client, then self dot client equals client. All right, and so now we need to add our command. Now, unlike events, we don't use listen. We actually use commands, but but when you do a command in a cog, it's a little bit different. It's at commands dot command. And so I'm gonna do async def servant underscore lore, which is one of my commands. CTX. And so let me look for that command. Oh, actually, I don't think I actually made this command for the bot. No, I did not. Huh. I never made this command, and I thought I did. Okay, so I don't need this command. Actually, I don't need this script. But we do need another one. And this one is going to be our general that we originally made, but I deleted. So this one is going to make up our, it's going to include the waifu command that we made from discord.exe import commands, excuse me, import datetime, because remember that we need that for the embed. We also need embed links, and we also need random. Remember, our class needs to be named the same thing. General commands.cog. Def underscore init. Client and self.client equals client. All right, and just like I said, at commands.command, oops, I actually did caps lock command, and this one's gonna be our hello command. Async def hello. The self already creates. We're gonna add in the CTX parameter. Then we're gonna do await CTX dot send an F string. Hello. CTX dot author dot mention. Let me make sure that that command is there. No, it is not. Well, I guess I can do it anyway. Because what we would do is we would move the command to over here, and it's gonna call the command from here anyway. But so it's a nice little command to have. It's just a simple little command, so I'll keep it anyway. And so next one is our info command. So commands.command. Async def info. CTX. Now for this one, it's a lot to type, so I'm gonna copy and paste this one. Oh, I actually named it help instead. So let's change that. There we go. So that's correct. And so we're just gonna copy and paste it. I actually need to update this actually. But this is just like just testing purposes, so I'm gonna leave this as is. Okay, and so let's move on to the waifu command. Alright. Commands dot command. Async def waifu. Let me go to this to my waifu command. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's right. I was making working with that. Okay, yeah. All right. So I'll just copy and paste this, so it's easier. And comma CTX. And there's our waifu command. Alright, and now it's our stack command. At commands.command. Now, this one, I've been getting a lot of people telling me they've been having issues with this one, so I'm actually not going to copy and paste this one. I'm going to type it all out so you guys can see what the command is. So, all right, because we already did this before, but I'm going to do it again so you guys can see. So it's async def stats. Oh wait, before that, I'm gonna have to delete that because we don't need that anymore. And I'm gonna need to delete this. And I'll delete the command ahead of time. Stats self CTX. Remember, it's basically the same exact thing, but we're basically just adding self to it. Colon, remember, colon, Discord dot capital member, member. Roles equals brackets role for role in member dot roles. Then we're going to create an embed equals discord dot embed color equals member.color. The timestamp equals datetime dot datetime dot UTC now. Now UTC now, this is another thing that I've been asked about is universal time. It doesn't matter what your time zone is. UTC is basically internet time, the time of the internet. So that's why you always use UTC now. So embed dot set author name equals f string curly brace member, then icon URL member dot avatar underscore URL. I'm gonna do an embed dot set image URL equals member dot avatar underscore URL embed dot add field name equals joined at comma value equals empty quotation marks, because we don't know when the person joined, dot join oh I skipped a line. My mistake. Value equals member dot joined at dot ser f time quotation marks let me do that. Let's do it again. Okay. Quotation marks, %, a, comma, %, hashtag, d, comma, oh, not a comma, space, %, capital V, space, %, capital Y, comma, %, capital I, colon, %, capital M, space, %, lowercase p, space, capital UTC. And that's it for that one. Embed dot add field name equals f string quotation marks roles parentheses, and within the parentheses curly brace. Then we're gonna get the length So L len percent per parentheses. We get rows. Comma value, and this one is the one that's an empty quotation marks. Dot join. And within these parentheses, brackets, row dot mention for row in rows. Embed dot add field. Name equals quotation marks top row. No, top row. Comma. Value equals member dot top row dot mention embed dot add field. Name equals quotation marks bot. Value equals member dot bot. And then finally embed dot set footer. Text equals f string requested by curly brace ctx dot author dot name. Okay, and then we're gonna send the embed. Await ctx dot send content equals none, just in case. And embed equals embed. And then to conclude, we're gonna do the setup. Setup client client.add cogs. General client. Okay, and that's that one. So now let's go to our over here to make sure that there isn't any commands that we didn't delete. That looks pretty good. There's still like a bunch of commands that still need to be worked with, but for now I want to go ahead and test this out. It should all work though. So let's run the bot. Oh. Has no attribute cog. Huh, that's interesting. That's strange, because this is copied directly from my bot. And in my bot, it works. Let me go into settings. No, that's not. That's what I want. Discord.py. That's strange. Could have sworn I updated. That's strange. Maybe install this package, maybe that will fix it. It's strange that it's not coming up here. So let's try it again. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. So now let's go to the Discord server. And the bot is online now. So I should be able to do the command. So y.help Name client is not defined. That's strange. Because it's supposed to be there. Did I forget it? No, I added it. Why the hello? It's strange. It's really strange. Okay, so I'm gonna investigate this for the next stream, but I'm gonna stop this here because this is very strange. So yeah, this has been Mega, and